Hi, I'm Heel from Hack for Kids, and today I'm going to take you through box 0001 from HackerBoxes. This is their Byte Size subscription edition, and today the walkthrough will unbox. I will then go through what we have, if there's anything that you're going to need, describe what each item is and how you could use it, if necessary, how it all connects together, and then also show you it working, and then we'll kind of wrap it up after that. So let's do this. I'm going to first open this up and look at what we have here. I love this kind of packing material. One, it's biodegradable, so that means it's planet friendly, which is always nice. And it's kind of like hair, so I could use a little bit right here because I'm kind of lacking in that department. Well, I guess I need to go and have that glued on later. And also, I do a lot of outdoor stuff, and I could use this as a safe fire starter. I can mix it with some kind of beeswax, melt it all together or into little briquettes or something, and use it as a safe fire starter versus something that's a chemical. And the chemicals could get into your marshmallows when you're making s'mores or your chicken. That's not good. So I don't know if there's any chemicals on this. It looks like plain old pieces of brown paper. Could be wrong because sometimes you can't see chemicals, but that's a cool thing. Even the packing material from HackerBox is pretty awesome. So I'm going to put that on the side, and we might just leave some around here for memories. Inside, once again, they have and if this is your first HackerBox or Byte Size HackerBox, awesome, welcome. This is going to be a lot of fun for you. And this here is a booklet. We'll go through that, but it describes the contents and some other very interesting facts. Put that to the side. Ooh, caution, cyber hazard. So this is in a little plastic, but it might be hard to see, but there's kind of like a PCB pattern. Yeah, you can kind of see it there on the top of the skull. Very, very cool. Love it. You could use this for different things, maybe for some of the items in the box, or maybe if you want to put it on your backpack and kind of show off some coolness from Hacker Boxes on your Hacker backpack. So that's pretty cool. Or anywhere else. I mean, I don't know. Be creative. Let's see. We got a USB data blocker. That sounds very cool. Sounds a little scary. Never really like to have my data blocked or stolen for that matter. And we could talk about how that can help us. In the little ESD or electrostatic discharge bag, we have a little tiny device. I wonder what it is. What kind of device could be in here? Well, you might have to cut that open. I already did it when I was preparing. And this guy is called a Lily Go. Lily Go. That is going to be our star for today. Meaning our big hero and the cool things that we're going to do from this hacker box. There are a lot of the cool things, but that is really the piece de resistance. I'm going to skip one thing to jump here. These are webcam privacy covers. So these little guys right here, there's 3 of them. You would put that on your camera that's built into your laptop or MacBook or something. So this way you can make sure that the camera, when it's in use, when you want it to be in use, and not when somebody might install some malware or something and turn your camera on, but the little green light doesn't go on, and then they can kind of watch you. And I'm speaking like this because it's very unsettling. So this can protect you, and they won't be able to see what you're doing. Because, by the way, that's not a myth. That has been done. That kind of hack. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, we have a HackerBox's shield sticker. That's very cool. I'm going to move my hair down there. It's got the hacker glider symbol and the open source hardware symbol. Very cool. We got another sticker. the Incognito Sticker. So not only can your browser be incognito mode, so whatever you stick this to can be in incognito mode. But it looks like somebody's just trying to be anonymous on the web, which is good. That's what you should be. I saved this one for the end. I love these things. I love custom rulers. I am a geek. I am a nerd, but these make me happy. I love how you could decorate them, make them very creative. It goes to show you that electronic boards, this is a PCB or a printed circuit board. It's a dark color. It looks black on both sides, yep. And this side, so you not only can you measure in imperial standard, or what we call standard, as well as metric. These look like they're centimeters. These are inches. But, woohoo! If you decide to delve into the fun world or career of creating printed circuit boards, the back of this has footprints that you could use as a reference, which is really super cool, because if you're ever like, hey, I need to get an idea of how big this is in real life or IRL instead of in my CAD drawing design tool, because you could zoom in really close and zoom out and it doesn't give you the real perspective. But you could use this and be like, oh, this processor here is going to be yay big, which is almost the size of my thumbnail. It also gives you some other information on your trace lines and the spaces and the different sizes for surface mounted devices or technology to a board. You could attach components to this. You actually could. Whether they would work, probably not. You could try to make them work, but that would be like a really cool, fun hack, is to just take this to another level and connect stuff together. You might need breadboards, but for power and stuff, but you could possibly do that. Think about it. But you know what? I'm gonna put that right here and close our box. And I gotta just show you here. One place I like to get parts from, and this is not a sponsor or a commercial, is DigiKey. And one year I ordered so much stuff from them. They sent me a ruler, much like this guy right here. Put them next to each other. And this one's got the same kind of stuff like on this side, but it's like a lot. I think this is better in some areas, like here, but this shows you the actual holes. If you were going to put a hole through like your board so that you can mount or solder something to it. Very cool stuff. A lot of the same ones are over here. It's a ruler too. This is metric, and this is standard inches. What a box. What a box. Box 001, the good USB box. Got some cool stuff. So let's get into it. Here's what you have. And what you need is really only for the hero today, or the star as I called it earlier, for the Lily Go, would be a PC or a Mac. Ideally a PC only, because stuff like that, like the code is written for it, to run the Arduino IDE. If you have a Mac, you could still use it, but certain things that are kind of fun and cool, that are like programs, or they call them sketches in Arduino language or Arduino speak, may not work. But some of the other ones will work on Mac OS X. And we'll probably cover some of that stuff in the advanced video. But in this one, we're just going to do the basic kind of hello world and then introduce you to the other sketches. But this one's very cool. So all you really would need would be a computer that you can run the Arduino IDE. As far as everything else, we've got bling and stickers and key rings and camera protection, protect our privacy. A very cool, very cool ruler. So if you don't have a ruler like this, I'm telling you, this is definitely the next best one. And in some ways, I like it more because it's got that like shiny HackerBox's logo kind of. It's kind of like their logo. Oh, I love it. And it's good because it's smaller. So if I need to just measure something that's within 6 inches, I don't need to whip out this guy, which most rulers go to 12 inches. Yeah, this one goes to 12 inches. I thought it was a 13-inch ruler for a second, but yeah, goes to 12. I'm gonna put that over here on top of the hair. I'm gonna put this guy to the side, and we're gonna go through our book. Put these guys right here. And put that over there. It's creating glare. So on the cover of the book, we have all the different pieces of the box or items inside the box on the cover. And when we open it up, we just fold it back so we can stay together. Is on this first page is it's kind of hard to read. Don't try to read it, but it's pretty much a welcome message telling you what you could do with USB security and threats and defenses and stuff like that. But in here, there was one word kind of right next to my finger, not that finger, the one that's right here. It says pen testing. I wanted to take a second to explain what pen testing is. It's not when you like take out your pen and you're like, hey, let me see if I can write. Hey, it works. Pen test pass. No, it's not that kind of a pen. It's short for penetration testing. So think of it as you have a house and or an apartment. You have security where you live. Now, do you do anything to test that security? Right? You have a firewall or a router going out. Do you do anything to test that security? Well, companies hire pen testers to test their security to make sure they're safe, especially in environments that have very high worth kind of items like your identity, your bank account contents, your Bitcoin, anything that someone can use to make a buck would be protected. So, like for example, banks or any retailers and credit card companies and stuff, they hire pen testers to test their security, make sure they did it right. Just below, right here, are the contents, which we just went through. So no need to, trying to get the focus here, all right? No need to go through that again. And this QR code right here is to let you know the page for this HackerBox Byte Size 0001 good USB, all right? So, and then here's a picture of everything we just went through. And then here's some more security information. So this is some tips from CISA or CISA, but some of us nerds and geeks like to pronounce acronyms, make it a new word. So CISA, you could say, is CISA, is the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. So they're part of the federal government, and they provide, you can go to their website, www.cisa.gov, but they provide tips on USB safety. And they have article numbers for their tips. So if you see ST08-001, well, that's security tip 08-001. I'm going to guess, and I don't know the format, I'm going to guess 001 is the first one, and then the 08 could be the year, like 2008, or it could be their 8th volume. Some homework for you guys to find out, and let me know and post it in the comments. And then some information over here about USB drive safety, and then other stuff down here, what people can do as far as attacks go. We are not encouraging that. We teach ethical hacking here, but we want you to be aware of things that can happen. So I see malware, fairly common. That's been done around for a long time, since floppy disks. If you don't know what a floppy disk is, ask your parents. Auto run attacks. Auto run is when you put something into your computer, specifically your Windows computer. Windows tries to run it for you if there's some files on there that say to run it, and it will run like an executable. So that's a great way for attackers to take advantage of people who are not aware of that being some kind of weakness on their operating system. Keystroke injection. Well, now we're talking. Keystroke injection is when, let's just say, you're going to type in some information, like maybe you're logging into something, or you're entering like a credit card number or something, then they may inject some additional data. Maybe that's not the best example. I'm usually thinking of keystrokes being logged. You've probably heard of a key logger, a keystroke logger, but keystrokes can be injected. Usually an injection is just something that finds its way in between you and the keyboard. All right, so the keyboard, you type your information in, your input, and the injector or the keystroke injector sends additional information as well. And not always with your blessing or anything that could be good for you. The rubber ducky, that is something that was created on a USB stick. So when you plug it in, it would run and then send information back to wherever it was storing it. So it was just uploading information like my documents to some remote location on the internet. It did some other stuff too, but something for you to explore. That is a pen testing tool, very commonly used. I mean, any one of these things could be used by a pen tester. And then wireless remote attack. So anything that does not involve a connection, that's an attack. And here is the very important message. Do not insert unknown USB devices into your computer. I have talked to so many pen testers, and they love taking USB sticks and leaving them in parking lots. Invariably, somebody picks one up, puts it in their computer at work, like, I got some free storage. And it really is a device that's used to attack them, collect their username and password, steal information from their computer. It's just not good. So our LilyGo right here, this is what the LilyGo looks like inside. So you can see it's it says beware a hidden computer, and it is. So this little chip up here is an ATmega. That's the name. Atmel is the name of the company, so people just say AT for short, and Mega is the chip platform, and then the version number is 32U4. So that's kind of what that means. Those are just other markers and indicators about the product and lot numbers and stuff. But down here shows you what this looks like inside. So you could take a look. You'd probably use your pictures better. And there's a few components in there, but the processor's the main thing. And that's what we're going to go over when we're done with the book. And then there's a nice message below here that when this thing is actually being plugged in, it looks like a keyboard, but it physically looks like a thumb drive. To your computer, it looks like a keyboard. And then using the Arduino IDE and this bad USB stick, because there's a good version and a bad version, this is generally, we're going to make it for good, but you can have some fun with your family or maybe your friends. Don't go beyond that. Family and friends only. Only the friends that really like you, not the friends that just want to be your friend and you pick on them. That's not good, not cool. But you could do some fun tricks with them. You'll probably see that later. But this is a QR code. Whoop, on this side, this is a QR code. We talked about those before. Generally, those are also something to be a little cautious with. Sometimes you can kind of see where the link is going. Don't always click the link. It could potentially be malware or something that's going to put something on your phone, especially if it has been modified, such as jailbroken or rooted. Not always a smart thing to do. I get why people do it, but that's how you get yourself in trouble. But this QR code really just takes you to this link right here, to the Arduino website. All right, to download the software, there are the steps here. Follow the steps. It tells you also, after you've installed the software, it just kind of explains plug in well, it didn't say the plug-in part. It just says pick the board. But you could pick the board, which is an Arduino Leonardo. Arduinos are from Italy, so they pick names like Da Vinci and Leonardo and Uno and stuff. It's fun. And then that's your board. Then it says pick your port, because it needs to know which communication port or COM port it's on in order to write code to it. Well, give you a little tip. If you plug your device in first, or even when the Arduino IDE is open, IDE, as it says here, is an integrated. Oh, my brain just stopped working. Integrated developer environment. Woof, that hurt. I don't know why that was hard to get out. IDE, integrated developer environment. Long day. So you could plug your Lily Go into your computer, go and look at the port. Skip picking the board. Just go look at the port. And if it is a genuine Arduino Leonardo, it will tell you that already. So if you're doing any hardware hacking, so here's the tip. If you're doing any hardware hacking, you don't know what processor type it is, you plug it in, go to the COM port, and if that is a genuine like Arduino chip or something that was built to be used with the Arduino IDE, it will then tell you the type of Arduino it is. So it could be a Nova or something like that, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that. Or Nano, that's the other one. I don't know if there's a Nova, Villanova. All right, but it could be a Nano, and it'll tell you that it's a Nano, and you don't have to guess which board it is. That's just some little cheap trick that I use. All right, so the next section here, another QR code. Whoop, wrong finger. Another QR code, and this one is to go and get the sketches. All right, the programs are called sketches. And the link I don't see on the page here, but you download the link. There's one called, they're .ino files. And then the .ino, oh wait, the code along with the other example sketches can be obtained from the product page for HackerBox Byte Size 001 0001 at www.hackerboxes.com, QR code above. Okay, so it's going to take you to the page where you can click the link to download all the different sketches. All right, you're going to want to do that. You can pause the video and do that now because we're going to go through that in a little bit. Welcome back. If you pause the video, this is going to talk about the keychain and the cool things you could do with the keychain. You could put the Lily Go on the keychain and let people know it might be a cyber hazard. That could be fun, but then you might not have any fun because they'll look at that and say, I'm not plugging this in. And you kind of ruin some of your fun. But this whole section on protection from USB attacks, please read this thoroughly. And if there's anything that you feel that you need to do to protect yourself that you're not doing, double check with your parents, make sure your computers are safe. Oh, this guy is nice. So we have our friend here, the little guy, USB data blocker. So what this does, and then I'll show you how it works. What this does is it disables, hang on. So inside the box, inside this little USB stick is a bunch of wires. And the wires control power as well as data. So if it's a device you're plugging into your computer because there's pictures you want to move off of, maybe install apps, side channel, whatever the reasons that you're plugging it into, perfectly fine. But if you are at an airport and all you see is get a free charge and you plug in and look, that's all you see, and it's not a data blocker, it's just a port, what is on the other side? Nobody except the person who set that up knows. And it could be bad news. So you might take your USB data cable, plug it into your phone, plug it into the port that's there for you, the other way, at the airport or the bowling alley or wherever you might be, even at school, or DEF CON, which juice jacking was first introduced. They'll go in there, and while you're trying to get some juice for your device, they might put something on your device or take something off your device. So caution, caution, caution. What this does is it takes two of those wires that are in there and pretty much puts a short or a wire connection between the two of them. And that short then just tells the data to like kind of loop back, and it doesn't go through to the other side. All right. So you would plug in, it says protected USB socket, power socket. So here you're going into power, and here is your device. So I'll do a demo of that after we go through this, but it's kind of cool. I love it. And you know what? This thing is so tiny. It's easy to carry with you everywhere you go. Put in your purse, put in your pocket, put in your backpack, but carry it with you. So if you ever need to plug in your data device, like a phone or even an iPad or some other tablet, plug it into this first and then plug this end into the power port and it will disable it. But you can have fun with this and actually see this on your computer, and I'm going to show you how very shortly, but I'd like to introduce you to an old friend of mine. This is Ada Lovelace. She hasn't been around in a while. She unfortunately left us in 1852, and she's from London in the United Kingdom. But she very important person in computer history, because back in her day, she was a mathematician, and as a woman, she had a lot of challenges in her field because it was very male dominant, and she was the assistant to somebody named Charles Babbage, and Babbage was had that analytical machine, I think they called it, but it was basically a computer with a giant hand crank, and you turn the hand crank, and these little ball bearings or little tiny balls would move through this intricate system and slowly count. And people in the day were like, why would we need that? I could count faster in my head. And they were right, but the point was that the device, the machine, was actually counting for you. And then later, she realized, Ada Lovelace, Countess of Lovelace, she realized you could do more. And she created looping. So this way, whenever you have like a program repeating itself, doing something over and over and over again, or hey, do this 10,000 times, hello world, hello world, hello world. That's because of her. Very important person in computer history. Go to the Wikipedia page, wrong finger again, on this QR code and learn about her. Printed circuit boards or PCBs, they're my friend. We spend a lot of time together. And if you have a phone, you have a PCB in your pocket. But we already went through this very cool ruler. This talks about the ruler. I really kind of already talked about everything here. You know, the SMDs, surface mounted devices. You might also hear SMT, surface mounted technology. I use them synonymously. I don't know if there's a real difference. Somebody might know. If you do, please post it in the comments. But I just know SMD and SMT to be pretty much meaning the same thing. You are soldering some little device, resistor, capacitor, LED, MCU, like the Mega 32 U4, to something, like a board. And this is cool. More details are here. Read it. And then we wrap up the back cover. You could scan this QR code, go to the Hack for Kids website, and there's more information. Oh, yeah, about this guy right here. These guys right here, the webcam covers, or privacy screens, or not screen, but it's kind of like a shield. It's a privacy shield. You take it and you actually take them out of here. There's a way you can bend this, and it comes out, and then carefully, as they all fall, carefully open this little package, and you're going to get one of these guys here. This little blue part, this little blue part right here. That's just, I could do this all day. It's so satisfying. Oh, give me a minute. All right. You decide where you want to put this on your laptop or MacBook, and you peel it off gently, and you want to line it up super carefully and stick it right on the camera and block it like that. And there's also a little slide. All right, you see that little slide? So 1 is open, 2 is closed. Slide it gently back and forth. And that's how you have privacy. So when you want to, video conference with people that you know and love, or your friends or school or whatever, you have your cover open. And when you're done, cover closed. Because if that little green light comes on and you're not sure why it's on and your cover is closed, you're good to go. Most part. Maybe you've opened an app that's using it. Figure that out. If there's no app open, sorry, somebody got on your machine and they're trying to use your web camera. Seek professional help. You have a lot of work to do there. All right, let's put this to the side. Oh, PCBs could be fun. Remember PCBs? Almost forgot. The cool thing about this, right? They made it very decorative. So there are creators out there and makers. I'm going to show you some cool stuff. And they love to be very artistic with PCB. So a friend of mine, Twinkle Twinkie, he made, you know who this is, he made a Pikachu that lights up. So when you give it power, power goes through here, through a little resistor, I'm trying to get rid of the glare, and then to two LEDs, light emitting diodes. And these little guys are like little light bulbs, but they are down. You're used to seeing them shine like to you, but here they're shining down so these cheeks light up. How cute is that? Just love it. Love it. He does such a great job with these. It looks like it's phenomenal. Another really cool one that he did, one of my personal favorites, it's a little peanut butter, is a jar of GIF, or GIF, however you want to say it. And it says graphics interchange format. That's a GIF file. And you can see there's some solder right here, some connections. You flip it over, you can see here's the board. This is a special connector. When you get power and you use this connector to something that knows how to, like the female version, you connect it and it gets power. This area here, it's covered with glue gun, as one of my friends like to call it, hot snot. Just repeating what he says, not always a good thing, but hot snot's pretty funny to say. Twinkle Twinkie covered his LEDs. So this way, when the power goes here, the light diffuses much more. Instead of it just being in a little area, this whole thing lights up and it shines through each letter and it looks super cool. He is phenomenal in his creativity, and the guy goes through painstaking work to make it fun and exciting for people. This other one is a really nice piece of art. So I'll put it here. What's really cool about this is, I know it's a creepy looking skull, but they used the lead on the top as a way to make it look like almost three-dimensional. And they did like really fine lines. So here, same thing. They're bigger lines. It's a font. It's kind of the purpose. It was the goal. But like if you see here, your little trace lines can get very, very narrow, just like in here, but also curved. And that's what, I can't remember the guy's name, unfortunately, but this is called the Scully Badge. And what it does, I'll show you the back. So here again, another microcontroller, power switch, a pin. It's like a pin so you can wear it. So it looks really cool. I should put it on my stuff right here, put it like up here. And then I'll just turn it on and a little accelerometer, but turn it on. So all these lights, these are not shine down. These are regular LEDs that are lighting upward, but watch the effect. When you put it here, it looks like the skull is on fire. Maybe I'll move it over here so you can see it better. Yeah. Looks like the skull is on fire. And because there's an accelerometer, when you don't move it, let's see the fire's going out. It was brilliant. And then when the fire goes out, because it's like it's not getting enough fuel because there's no motion, tap the table and it gets active again. You can tap the badge. I just shake the table. Yeah, we got fire again. Very cool, super creative, personal favorite. So there, that's the kind of cool things you could do when you learn how to make a printed circuit board, just like the folks at HackerBoxes. All right, so let's go have some other fun. I'm going to show you what you can do with this. So I have my phone, if I can grab it. Should have had this a little better prepared, sorry. I don't know if you can hear me, sorry. Should have this a little better prepared. But I have the phone right here. And let's unlock it. Right, here's my phone. It's not being charged. Right? Take the cable out. Let me unlock it. All right. Here's one of my phones. Plug the cable in just so you know. I'm not trying to do any funny business. Still no power. It says it's at 40%. Okay? If I am to plug this end, here it is, into my computer, something will happen. Okay. Did you hear that? Now, a couple things happen. It's trying to charge, right? But I also get a message, allow access to phone data. Oh, can we get that in there? Oh, my computer also prompted me and said it discovered a Galaxy S9. That's the kind of phone this is. There we go. Allow access to data. Allow or deny. I'm not going to hit that. What I'm going to do is disconnect from the computer. It's the same one you just saw a minute ago. Little message went away. I'm now going to plug in this guy. Our friend, the USB data blocker. And if you're into Star Trek, The Next Generation, sometimes, some episodes, they could have used a data blocker. If you don't get the joke, you got a little homework to do. Time to plug it in. Get in there. All right. Now, look, 40%. Did you see that little spinning? It's 40%. I'm getting a charge. Oh, glare, go away. All right, it's like right at the end. Getting a charge. Do we get the message? Do you want to share data? Nope, because the USB data blocker is working. There we go. Sorry, the light above me was glaring. So what you can do is take your USB data blocker and show your friends and your parents and your siblings, if you have any, how cool and smart you are and keep yourself safe. And they can learn from that data blocker on how to keep themselves safe. Here's the problem. If you're all traveling together and you only got one, better go buy some more. And now it's out. All right. Very cool. I love that guy. Let's put this back over here. Now we're going to get into the Arduino IDE and this guy right here. So I'm going to have to first bring up the browser. And let's see, does not like, nope, cancel. My browser seems to not want to work. Yeah, this is the one I want. And here's the one I'm going to give you. Okay, perfect. So, let me introduce you to this very, very quickly. This is the web page. This is one of the QR codes from HackerBoxes for the Byte Size 0001 Good USB. So this is all the contents. This is everything we went through. What is important is this additional resources here. So this additional 18 mega 32 U4 examples. When you open in a new tab, you get this page. It's kind of the same page here. And it talks about a good USB and a bad USB. Do you want to be good or do you want to be bad? You got the little devil and the angel on your shoulder. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's easy to be bad. But we need more good in the world. So be good. So we got the good USB. And we got that evil USB over there. So take a minute to read through this. This is talking about how the bad USBs kind of came about through some talk at Black Hat in 2014. There's a Wikipedia link. Or you could do something with a fun, good USB, like I'll show you in a little bit. And then they also go into what pen testing is in a bit more detail than I did. Again, here's the picture, information about the contents of the box. These are, again, the instructions on how to get the Arduino IDE installed. Take a minute to read that. I am going to go into OBS because I need to share that with you. Window capture. I'm going to call it Arduino. I wish I could share this with you. And nope. It wants Chrome. No! It's not an option. All right. Cancel. Wait, where is it? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking for something else. There it is. All right. Let's make this a little bigger. Ooh. So let me show this to you. So when you go to that actual website, the website where you can go and download your sketches. I was thinking .ini files, but I meant to say sketches. This is the same sketch that I have up. You can literally just download it right from here. So let's go into that really quick. Now, if you're not familiar with the Arduino IDE, I don't know if we're going to have enough time to actually go through it all, but it's not hard, but it takes a little time to get used to it and understand how to use it. So I'm going to take a little time and explain the sketch to you. I'm going to quickly show you those steps that were in there as far as picking the boards and stuff. So here you'd pick your board. I have a lot of other things in here because I do a lot of other development and creation with Arduinos. And where was it? AVR boards right here. And there's the Leonardo. Okay. So that, you know, if you had the Nano, you had the Uno, and any one of these other ones, you just select that. If I go to port, look at that. It just says COM1. That means there's nothing there. Get board info. Can't. There's nothing there. So we just need to focus on this part. We're just going to ignore everything else for now. I'm going to plug this in, and the LilyGo, it's already got something on there. Brace yourselves, unless I changed it, which I can't remember if I did or didn't. It sees it. Wait, here it goes. Nope. I'm ruining your fun. Nope. So, don't worry. You'll know what that is in a little bit. So to break this down, it's a little like the C programming language. So there's different languages out there for computers, and this is the Arduino one, and they make this really easy. So the first part here, this include, it's kind of like our friends. We want to include them in things that we're doing. So you include our keyboard friend right here, .h for header file. So keyboard is a library. So kind of think of the books at your school, your library, and then you go to one shelf and there's a whole bunch of books on there. So think of keyboard as like a shelf, and every one of those books is some kind of command or something you can do within that library. Okay? It's the easiest way I can explain it. And if somebody got a better one, please leave it in the comments. So keyboard, we need to include it so the Arduino IDE knows to use this. If we don't say include and we go start running, commands like this, or it's just not going to know what to do. It's going to throw an error. The next section here is called setup. And then the other section that comes built in is called loop. So let's go here. So setup is about doing something to make it all work one time. All right. So it's going to run through everything from this from this open curly bracket to this closed curly bracket. These are parentheses. It's going to do it one time. And then what it's going to do here is it's going to call our friend keyboard, right? And then say, I'm going to grab the book or the command called begin. All right, so keyboard.begin, and then it's not passing any other data, but it needs those parentheses together to kind of let it know I'm sending nothing. It's kind of the easiest way I can think of explaining it. And then you end these kinds of commands with a semicolon. So the IDE compiler knows you're done with that command line. So now we go to, and I think this is a very simple command to run. Keyboard.begin just says we're going to start using the keyboard. In loop, we have a delay. Think about your siblings. When you're trying to use the restroom or the bathroom to get ready in the morning and they're there, that's a delay. It's the same thing. But what this number means, it's in milliseconds. So it's not 2,000 seconds, it's 2 seconds. So we're saying delay or wait for a mere 2 seconds. For computer, that's a long time. For us, it's already passed. Then we're going to go down and then semicolon, right? And end of command. Then we can say, okay, here's our friend keyboard again, but we're going to grab the book off the shelf or the command called print line. LN is line. Print. It's like, hey, I want you to see something. We're going to print it on the screen. That's really what it means. The line part just means press enter. So I could do print without line, but then everything is going to be next to each other. All right. There's no enter key being pressed. So the LN says, I want you to print hello world. It's in quotes for a reason. Whatever you want to print needs to be in quotes. When it's just regular characters, print that anywhere to the screen and do it again and again and again. Because once you're done with this semicolon and you get out of this closed curly bracket, what does a loop mean? Thank you, Ada Lovelace. It means come back and do it again. Come back and do it again. Come back and do it again. And it won't stop. It won't stop. I'm telling you, it's torture. Let me show you what I mean. When I first ran this program, I ran into a problem with a sketch. So remember when I told you a little trick? Here you go. It found COM16 is running this Leonardo right here. So I didn't have to pick my board, or I didn't have to figure out what my board is. If you don't know what it is, some guesswork. But since we know, we're all done. This is going to hurt. So I kind of want to change this number. I'm going to change it to 5 seconds, because when I first did this and I try to like do something else and I had that Lily Go in the computer, it kept printing hello world over my program. And I had to come up with a creative way to get around it. And it was painful. And then the timing of starting the compiler, putting in the USB stick, it's saying hello world, but not to affect the program. I hope you don't go through that. So here's my warning. Here's my warning. Change this number if you're going to do this. And I encourage you to do it to something bigger, like maybe 10 seconds. So that way you have time to run another sketch to overwrite this. In fact, I'm going to do 10 seconds because I just don't want to feel the pain. Now, once everything is selected here, you can run this, click this little checkbox, which just means, hey, I want to make sure my code is right. That's verify. You can see the verify appears. That just means, did I do this correctly? And it will run through every line. It'll check to make sure you didn't forget a semicolon or double quotes or a parenthesis, or you used a parenthesis instead of a curly brace or bracket. It's going to check all that. It's a simple program. I know it's going to work. This arrow is verify and upload. So it's going to go through the same verify, but then it's going to upload to our Lily Go friend, our hero and star for the day, on this COM port, this communication port 16. Let's see it happen. Did I forget to click something? There it goes. Compiling sketch. This does take a couple minutes. One of the things I do want to do as a part of the fun is open Notepad. And this can be used to play pranks on people you know and love and that are very forgiving of your pranks. Not people who are losing patience with you. But when it's done compiling, don't worry. Sometimes I get errors because of the things I do and the way I'm set up. But it's going to do that, and it says it's done. And once it said it's done, I forgot to do something. I'm just going to do it here. I should open Notepad, but there it is. There's Hello World. Or you could do a comment line. Watch, I'm going to like mess it up. Here we go. Hello World. Comment. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Boom. Boom. There we go. And it's going to keep doing that. And I intentionally made it go slower. So, there are other sketches. I'm going to take this out just because it's going to keep saying hello. I could let it keep saying hello world. There are the sketches. Let me go and share that with you. Why did it let me do that? Well, because it probably hit hello world. There's this mouse wiggle sketch, which is just so cute, so adorable. I love it. What it does is it's going to, and we're going to get a hello world in a second. Hang on. It was too slow. Hello world. Now get ready for the next one. So now instead of our friend the keyboard, it's going to bring our library friend the mouse. And I just wrote over it. No, don't do that to me. Let me go back over here. So we can, that's what I'm saying. This thing can be a really fun prank on somebody or make them very unhappy. And oh, by the way, you see these little symbol, this little like S over S. There's a name for that. I can't remember the name of that thing. That means you made a change to your program and you need to save it, but I'm not saving this. Same thing, right? We got our setup, but in this case, we're going to pick something random, right? We're picking a random number, and then we're going to read. And what it does is it just moves the mouse on the screen. I'll show you. I'll emulate it. It just kind of like moves it around like that. That's what mouse wiggle does. I can compile it if you want to see it. Again, come on, hello world. Be good to me. All right, we're compiling, and as long as we don't get a hello world before we finish compiling, we're safe. Come on. Oh, we got hello world, but I think we might be okay because this is a small sketch, and it's not going to pick that up. And if it does, there'll be much hurt in the world. We're getting there. Okay, it's writing. It's writing. It's good. Wait, right there's a little dash. These little stars are no, they're pound signs. Yeah, why are they stars? And then if you are done, that's good. It's gonna keep saying hello world, but I'm gonna leave my mouse alone. Look at the mouse go. Here's my hands. Mouse is moving because of my Lily Go. And we're gonna no more hello worlds though. You know why? Because we overwrote the hello world program or sketch. Sorry, I'm gonna keep doing that. The the hello world sketch is no more. It was overridden by mouse wiggle. If you wanted to do them both, you would have to include keyboard.h. You'd have to do the keyboard.begin in the parentheses. And then what do you want to print with the keyboard, right? Keyboard.print line, whatever your special message is. You can add that to mouse wiggle. So as your mouse moves around, you can actually maybe have it say instead of hello world, mouse wiggle, mouse wiggle, mouse wiggle. And now you're moving the mouse and you're saying mouse wiggle. But let me see how you can, and that's compound commands. Let's see how we can add more commands. So now the mouse is only moving. We're safe. I can delete this. So we have another sketch. And this one, and my mouse keeps wiggling. I can't click. is called, oh yeah, Rick of Roll. Oh, stop it, mouse. No, stop it. It keeps moving around. Stop it. No, you can't. Okay, I'm just going to leave it. I can't get it because it keeps moving it around. But we have this Rickroll sketch. And the Rickroll sketch. And by the way, if you ever need to do something like stop it from doing this, you just do new. You should be able to pick everything. Oh, it's on COM70. And then just send a program. We're going to compile it, and it should just wipe it out. Like, it's basically telling your Lily, like, hey, just cool off for a little while. I don't want you to do anything to my computer while I figure this other stuff out. All right, it's going to write it now. And then the mouse wiggle stopped. No more mouse wiggle. This is running on there. Sketch JUL05A. And close it. All right. Now, this one's fun. Stay tuned. There will be a video of this in action. But it has a lot more commands. And more than I'm really able to go through in a walkthrough video. So please reference the advanced video when it becomes published and available. And that will take you through every step here. And this way you can understand completely how to Rickroll your friends and family and loved ones. But you could run it, but just to help you understand it, that would be saved for the advanced video. Now back to Chrome, we have, oh by the way, my assistant, can you cue the Rickroll video? Thank you. Hey, can you put this USB stick in your computer? I got files on there for your Eagle project. What the? Did you just get Rickrolled by Daddy? Okay. Okay, welcome back. How'd you like that? Yeah, this is why my kids hate me. So let's fix that there. There we go. That was a little off. Let's go back here, and your Rickroll is right here. Little saying there from the folks at HackerBox: every tool is also a weapon. Much truth to that, right? Yin and yang. They go through some additional stuff that was also in the book, and the most important message of this Byte Size Box is do not insert unknown USB devices into your computer because you too can be Rickrolled. Quick review, there is the Arduino software here. You would have to download this. It will be able to detect, hopefully, if you're running Windows or Mac or even Linux. For those out there that are running Linux on a desktop as your main machine, kudos, +1 to you. Everyone else, get a book. Linux is a great operating system. But you want to do the download, and you do have the web editor option that they're really pushing hard. It does require a service to be installed and a little bit of extra finagling to make it work that I found, but it will work. And then, but I like everything to be on my machine. We could get into some additional details as well on the advanced video on how to, these keyboard modifiers that help the Rickrolling happen. And I also want to thank everybody that went to the HackAcad or Hack for Kids Academy. And if you have not, you can log in quite simply with your username and password if you have an account created. So here, if your first time here, create an account, you would put that here, or you can log in with Google. So you're having a Google account, just use your Google account. Or if you want, you can just log in as guest. And that's perfectly fine. We just want you to get there. Now, once you've logged in, not sure why it took me there, but you have this ethical hacker section. Go to HackerBoxes, Byte Size, the walkthrough video that you're watching now. Here is the again, walkthrough videos. Here's box 0 from last month, and box 001 currently not available, but will be soon. You can go there, watch the video, make comments, let your friends know, hey, check this out, this stuff's really cool. Even, you know, this older guy, he's kind of fun because he's basically a big child. As I say, my wife has 4 kids, but she only gave birth to 3. If you want to learn more, oops, sorry, you go to HackerBox's Byte Size, go to Advanced. And in Advanced, you could do the annual subscription, so you'll have access to everything in Advanced for 52 weeks or 1 year. Or you can just click on the individual box. So 0, you can click this. This little P means you could pay with PayPal, and it's $19.99. You have access for a month, and you can see the advanced hacks. So thanks again for joining us. I want to say thank you to HackerBoxes for sharing their box with me so I can share it with you in the form of a walkthrough. So this is Heel signing off until next time. Question truth and be better. Oh, okay. What's that?
I don't know.
What's it doing?
It's opening up Notepad. Why is it opening Notepad? That's weird. But as soon as I plugged in the thing.
Oh, try that again. No, it's not a keylogger.
It's doing it. You're trying to like Rickroll me? This is a YouTube video?
Oh, my Rickroll.
Is that what that was?
It's not working though.
Yeah.
Come on. Why isn't it working?
I don't think you...
Wait, why does it say access denied? Oh, that stinks.
I'm like, that's...
So access denied. What do you have on there preventing it from running?
I don't know. You're probably not an like administrator.
No, you don't need to be an admin to run.
I'll try it.
Just do up arrow.
Application not found.
What application?
Kind of like
needs a web browser. Can you plug the USB in there? I got some files on there I want you to see. It's for your Eagle project. What's going on? What is it doing?
nothing.
Oh. Okay.
Dude.
And this is really what's supposed to happen. The command prompt opens, it runs the start command to launch the Rickroll. Didn't do it, but I've been Rickrolled. No! Sometimes your proof of concepts only have so much success. Let's try again. Command prompt. There it goes. We gotta watch an ad first. But we've been Rickrolled. Woohoo! Rick Ashley!